Hey guys, it's time for tip number 26. I apologize, got to do this tip on the fly while I'm trying to run the kids around. So we're talking about sleep, and we talked yesterday about the importance of sleep and what it actually does for our body. So I want to give you some tactical and practical tips on sleep. How do we get better sleep? How do we actually fall asleep and stay asleep? So the very first thing that I'm going to recommend is looking for noise within your house, whether it's your dog's collar, silly thing like that, drive-by traffic. Try and mitigate that noise as much as you can. If you can't, an awesome solution is just some type of white noise. So literally one of those noise makers that you had in your kid's room when they were a baby might be a good idea for your room to just block out any of that noise that can wake you up. The other thing is I want you to avoid eating anything 2 hours before going to sleep. Especially avoid sugary meals. The reason being is those sugary meals are going to have effect on your insulin. We know the correlation between insulin and cortisol, our stress hormone. So a best practice is actually don't eat or drink anything 2 hours before bed. Now we want you to be drinking plenty of fluid, plenty of water throughout the day, but not right before bed, because obviously you're going to have to wake up and go to the bathroom. So get all your water in throughout the day, 2 hours before. Limit your water consumption. The other thing we have to do is we have to limit blue light. So that is the light that is emitted from our technological devices, as well as some of the LED lights that we have. They're really, really bright. So we want to actually incorporate more warm light into our house. So in our bedrooms and areas where we gather before we sleep, think about replacing those bulbs with more of a warm light, and actually maybe not even using the overhead lights, but using our lamps, something that's at more of an eye level to actually mimic a campfire, something like that, like the type of light that our ancestors would have had way back in the day. The blue light that we come in contact with mimics the light that we have, like for example right now, during daylight. And when it's daylight, we're supposed to be awake, we're supposed to be doing things. At nighttime, obviously that's when we're supposed to wind down and sleep. We want to make sure that we're creating that exact same environment. We want to mimic nature inside our house. If we can't do that, a good alternative is blue light blockers. So you can there's a whole bunch of different products on the market as far as glasses that you can get the block blue light. You and your family can wear those at night. You can download certain apps and programs on your phone as well as on your computers. You can get special screens. But when it comes to technology, we recommend same thing, 2 hours before bed, ditch it and try and create an entire household culture. So it's not just about the blue light, but most likely we're surfing Instagram and Facebook, and either there's something that's going to get us charged and excited, or there's something that's going to make us anxious and stressed out or angry on Facebook, especially right now. So 2 hours before bed. Also, no technology. The other thing that we want to do is have no television in the room. We want to literally make our rooms caves. So black out blinds, no television. Guys, the bedroom is made for two things, right? Sleep, and we know the other thing. So no other entertainment in the bedroom, no TV. The other thing, be conscious of your caffeine consumption, especially when you consume your caffeine. So if you're a coffee drinker, make sure that we get it in before noon. The reason being is caffeine actually has a half-life of about 5 hours, meaning 5 hours after you consume it, we still have levels within the body that are detectable. It's half of what you initially consumed. So make sure that we consume our caffeine earlier in the day. There are benefits to drinking coffee, as you remember. Let's just make sure that we do it early on. When it comes to alcohol, I know I'm covering a lot, but when it comes to alcohol, we want to also be conscious of the times that we're consuming that. So if you choose to drink alcohol, don't do it right before you go to bed. Same thing. Make sure that we're not consuming alcohol 2 hours before we go to sleep. We always make the joke that we want to day drink as opposed to night drink. I'm not giving you permission to drink during the day. I'm just saying don't consume your alcohol 2 hour, at least within that 2 hour window before you go to bed. The reason being, it messes with REM sleep, which can be restorative, and we just want to make sure that you get the best quality sleep. We all know how it feels after you drink too much in an evening and you wake up and you feel groggy. We do not want that. The reason that we feel that is because it messes with REM sleep. And just like we talked yesterday, everybody, we want to create a rhythm around sleep. Go to bed at the exact same time every night and set your alarm for the exact same time every single morning. And then make sure that we fall within that 90-minute block recommendation. So we recommend 7.5 hours of sleep or 9, depending on where you function best. I do best at 7.5 hours. Some of you might need a little bit more. I hope that helped. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about certain supplementation that can help you with stress, as well as giving you some other tips and tricks to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. Hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday.